spend the afternoon with me and my lone pony Ted. Since the weather's been so hot, he wasn't in the field, but he was just in the stable, so I just brought him outside and tied him up. And I just gave him a groom, and also his mane was really ugly in this. It's because I did a plait in it on Thursday, but I didn't want to take it out because I knew his mane's going to be really messy underneath, so I just kept it in all week. So I'm going to take it out and detangle it on Tuesday, but ignore his mane in this. I also detangled his feathers, and can we take a minute to appreciate how long these are even though it's been winter. My dad mucks out for me, so I just filled up the water for him. And I would usually leave him for 20 minutes outside, but because he's been inside eating hay anyway, I just tucked him up. Before I put his bridle on, I just got myself ready so he wouldn't have to be sat in his bridle for ages. So I put my boots, my body protector and my hat and all that on. After that, I just put on his bridle, and it's really annoying to put on his bridle because he has those rubber things that go at the edge of the bit, protectors for his mouth or something. So you always have to separate them before you put his bridle on. I also don't know why he looks so tall in this. He is only 13'3". His girth to his bridle, and can we take a minute to appreciate how cute he looks in this clip. And then I got on, and I obviously don't normally film whilst I'm getting on, so he didn't realise really what I wanted him to do. So tonight I just launched myself on because you can't put any weight in your stirrups, and that was not a fun experience. So then we went in the arena. We obviously had a walk and a trot round, but today we were just working on not letting him rush and making him use himself when using the trot and the canter, especially over poles. And if you see here, I especially wanted to make sure that even if he did rush, I'd have to turn a circle and then do it again once he'd calmed down a bit. We were also trying to get him on the bit a little bit as well, but I didn't try that hard because we were more focusing on the poles. Then we got to cantering, and he has this problem where he rushes through the transitions or just doesn't try hard enough. But he kept going on the wrong leg here, so I had to keep turning my circle until he got on the right leg. But I did let him have a breather first. And what I find is it really helps to slow him down by doing lots of circles, but always in this top corner he always tries to take off, but he was very good today. And we got to canter in the poles, and ignore how bad this is because the poles were too close together. Also, this transition was very good for us, so I had to just shove that in there somewhere. But this is really bad, but when we jump, we usually just keep him in walk until the jump, so I wanted to try and keep him in canter without him rushing towards poles. Also, does anyone have any tips on keeping him a bit fitter? Because he does 3 laps of canter, and then he's puffing and sweaty, and then I always feel really bad. But it's I can't just trot him for 5 minutes and be done. And at this point, he was feeling a lot more relaxed and less rushes. We just tried to do a couple walk to canter transitions, because I find that he's a lot more relaxed in the transition when we do them like this. So after we'd done a couple of transitions, we practiced them before the poles, because he usually gets on the wrong leg, but he got on the right leg this time, so I was very proud. And finally, to finish, we tried to canter over these poles on the last time. Also, ignore the fact he's on the wrong leg here, he goes on the right leg eventually. So he was sweaty and thin there, so I just untacked him, and then we gave him a bath, just so he could get all the sweat off him. And of course, after I spent 10 minutes cleaning him, he had to go and have a roll, so then he got up and I was absolutely filthy. So we were staying out in the field, so then we just left him there, and thank you so much for watching. See you next time, bye!